Hey everybody, Tim Schmidt here with Dry Dock Consulting, and I'm standing in a weird shirt here. You can see that this is one of the shirts that was in the laundry from my last video. And so you've got to go back and watch number 8 to understand what in the world is going on with this Relentless shirt. Well, I tell you, I would love it if you were to subscribe to my YouTube channel. I've got 35 years of entrepreneurialism and executive leadership, and it brings me no more joy than to share all of the things that I learned about over those 35 years. It's been fun to also hear from some of you from Hong Kong that are getting a kick out of these life and leadership principles. All right, so let's move on now to our 90-day challenge to unleash the elite leader within you. Well, you are now a part of the 90-day challenge. We had 8 principles already on YouTube for April, and that was all about investing in yourself. I mean, as a leader, you have got to know yourself first before we could ever think about what in the world I could do to grow a firm or invest in others. Okay, the number 9 leadership principle in our 90-day challenge to unleash the elite leader within you is relentless selection. If I'm going to invest in others, I've got to start at the very beginning and have relentless selection. Don't hire people. What? How can you say that? Don't hire people. Don't hire people. Select talent. Think about it. People decisions are the most important decisions you will ever make. I was at a conference many years ago with a number of very, very successful leaders on the panel. And someone in the audience asked, how do you motivate people? And what this one leader shared was, she said, I don't motivate people, I hire motivated people. Well, it's an interesting way for us to think about relentless selection. So let's jump in now on one company that does this extraordinarily well, and then I'll share with you your call to action. When I think about relentless selection, I think about the pillars that support a dock system like this. That here we have a dock system that needs to support a lot of weight. There's a lot of people that walk up and down this. There's little kids, there's my aging parents that walk up and down. But when pressure is applied to a dock system like this, does it hold up? Do I have confidence in the structure that is there all the way along the dock? It is very similar to how we think about who we're hiring and who we are selecting, so that when the weight of our organization picks up the pace and we have high standards of excellence, will the dock hold? Will the culture of your firm hold firm? You know, Chick-fil-A does this beautifully. You think about the tens of thousands of people that apply to be franchise owners of a Chick-fil-A and the hundreds that actually get selected. Here's their secret. Here's how they do it. They use the 3 C's in how they are relentless about their selection. And the 3 C's are this: character, competence, and chemistry. Character, competency, and chemistry. I'd like you to write those down, because your call to action is going to revolve entirely around these 3 C's. First of all, character. The character of your staff creates the character of your culture. Whew. Competency. Past performance is a predictor of future performance. It's no surprise there, but are we selecting based on those things? And the 3rd C is chemistry. How does this person get along with other people that are not in this interview? One of my early actually one of my early managers used to tell me when we would interview people together, he would say, this is the best you're ever gonna see him in this interview. He's or she are gonna do their hair. They're gonna make sure their nails are perfect. There's a loon out on my lake. They are gonna polish their shoes. They are gonna look their very best. He said, Tim, this is the best you're ever going to see him right now. So make certain that what we're looking for is those exact elements, the 3 C's. All right, that's all nice and good, but let's get really practical. Let's put this to you. So here's your call to action. Think of it this way. Pretty cool. You are a casting director, right? Finding talent to fit the right role. And now here's your call to action. Number 1, take a look at your interview guide. Look at the questions that you're asking the candidates and make certain that the interview questions that you're asking are covering character, competency, and chemistry. And go deep. This isn't, what do you think of character, or tell me. What I would like you to try is to use what I call situational interviewing, where, for example, you say something like, tell me about a time when your character was tested, when your integrity was on the line. It's a pretty good question. And for competency, tell me about a time when you had to learn something complex. Or in your past role, which competencies did people come to you for? And here's a really important element that you could add to every interview. Once they answer that question, then use the STAR principle, S-T-A-R. What is the situation? What were the tasks needed? What action did you take personally? And what were the results? It's uncanny how many times I'll go through, what was the situation? What were the tasks needed? What action did you take? And what were the results? And the first 3 answers are all very positive. And then when I say, what were the results? They say, oh, we never actually completed the thing. I mean, so don't ever forget, the last question is, so what was the result of that? All right, number 2 in your call to action. Immediately after those interviews, score the candidate on a scale of 1 to 10 on character, competency, and chemistry. And guess what? There are no 7s. You have to commit 6 or 8. Are you with me? And then number 3, the third call to action on relentless selection is create a spreadsheet of all your employees that go down the left-hand side of the spreadsheet, and across the top label character, competency, and chemistry. And then rank each person on a scale of 1 to 10 in those 3 competencies. And again, no 7s allowed. And then total them and rank them from highest to lowest. And this could be your next list of emerging leaders. If you're going to hire people and be relentlessly selective, you have to have leaders that do the same. Best of luck. Let's get this done as we move into May in relentless selection. Take care, everybody. Let the summer fun begin. What do you think? You ready for summer?
I want to wait.
Look here though. Hey bud,
I want to wait.
you wanna go with me or you with your dad?
Let's do.
Okay, let's go.